All right, my friends, this is Donnie and Sandra, and we are going to do a Carolina Thread Trail today. And we are coming to you from, now this one here is going to be the West Branch Rocky River. West Branch Rocky River, that's in Davidson, North Carolina. And this one here is located in a really nice neighborhood. And so, but we got a little parking area. Now on this trip here, we are going to do two trails. Now these two trails are connected to each other. The other one is going to be the West Branch Nature Preserve Trail. The West Branch Nature Preserve Trail. Now, if you notice on the map, this is where we are. So we're going to do the top section of this, and then we're going to come back down, backtrack. The Greenway part of it is 1.10 miles. So we're going to end up doing 2.25 miles by the time we're done with it. And but the other one is going to be 0.80 miles. And so I'm looking at about 1.5 miles on that one. And so but at any rate, we're going to go ahead and get geared up and get started on this thing. It's an absolutely just gorgeous day, just beautiful out, and the temperature is just spot on, almost like a spring day. It's January, and just last week we were in really cold temperatures. I mean, I'm talking about the daytime temperatures was in the 20s. And so just gorgeous. I think they're calling for rain here in a couple days, so we picked a really nice day to come out. And but at any rate, let's get on the trail and let you see what we see. All right, coming up upon a bridge here, overpass, and it's got pictures. These look like they're relatively new. That is cool. Did a good job. The what? Yeah. And then you come back down on the other side. Sophie Dellinger, Eagle Project, Troop 58. She did a good job. All right, we're coming up on a little walkway here. You see a lot of these on many of the thread trails. They got the little slats so the water can escape from, and we're right next to the creek. The creek here, and you can see a lot of the people's backyards. And what we've noticed on many of them, there's a lot of real steep hills here, and then right at the top you'll see a little bit of land, and then boom, there's the house. And so your backyard is kind of, you got a little bit of the backyard, and then it goes down a hill, which is quite neat to look at, and real high inclines. And so this area must be absolutely just gorgeous in the springtime and fall. It just must be beautiful out here. Now, Sandra was thinking that we had already done this hike at one point in time. There was one time I was recording these things, and I was putting music to them and a whole lot of extras into it, and then I stopped, and then we weren't recording. We did a few of them, not many hikes, maybe 3. And then I decided, hey, let's go back to recording the hikes again. And so we went and re-hiked the ones that we hiked without recording. And I'm not putting all the extras into it anymore. And so, hey, Sandra, I saw a tree back here that was marked Treasure Tree. Yeah, is this called Treasure Tree? I'm not really for sure what that is. Yeah, I'll have to, on our way back, we'll check it out and see what that is. Okay, we are at the end of the West Branch Rocky River Greenway. It stops right here. And how long have we walked? 1.1. That should have been it then. It was showing 1.10. 1.1. Okay. Well, that's exactly what it is. Now, I'm going to have to backtrack on what I said about not ever doing this trail before, because now that we came to this area here, I remember doing it. This must have been when but it seemed like
it was recent.
It seemed like I was recording.
Come on. Sandra was right.
I remember they had something going on right here. It was kind of a busy area.
There was a mail truck or something parked over here. Remember?
Yeah. I don't remember that.
I have a really good memory. I have a really good memory.
Now I do. I remember this little area here. I don't ever know. It seemed like I was recording though.
Yeah.
I don't know what.
You're talking about this.
I don't know if something happened to the recording. I didn't have a card in the camera, or I'm not sure. But this is where we're at. This is where we're at right here. And
is that where we parked?
this is where we parked.
Okay.
And you go back this way and it ties into the other one.
Okay.
And so that's just weird. Now, I'm not really sure what this is.
I don't know either.
Does it say anything about?
You have to look on the map.
Is that just because it's got parking here, on-street parking. This right here must be a bigger system. See right here, here's another trail, it looks like. And I'm not sure what that is. Look right here, on-street connector, paved Greenway trail. So that's what all this is. This must be, and then you got the other part, paved Greenway. So this is a huge system, but only this part here is the Carolina Thread Trail. They made this extension part of it the Carolina Thread Trail, and this is that wooden area, that wooden little walkway. And so
Yep.
well what we're going to do is we're going to backtrack back. That'll make it a little over 2 miles. And then we're going to connect, well, we're going to, once we get to the parking area, and then it's showing a mile on, I don't know if this is supposed to be, yeah, this is supposed to be that other extended part.
It doesn't look like a mile though, because this is 1.1 miles.
Yeah.
Maybe it just, I don't know.
Well, we got our counter.
Yeah.
We got our counter going, and so far,
accurate.
it's got, wait a minute, it's accurate. But I will say this, I am just amazed. I'm just amazed that whatever happened to the footage that I recorded on this, I don't know if it's maybe, this might have been about the time we decided to stop recording our thread trail hikes.
I want to say we did this more recently than that, but okay.
I don't know. It's, for whatever it is, the memory on this one escaped me until I just saw that right there. So yes, we did in fact do this trail before, and but for whatever reason, it wasn't, I didn't edit it and post it. And so there must have been a reason. There must have been a reason. Who knows? Maybe the footage, if I don't put a card in the GoPro, it won't record it. And so I don't know. I'm not sure. I have recorded things before and then go back and try to retrieve it and it not be there. And so that's happened on the smartphone. And so, but okay, well, we're going to head back and get to the parking lot, and then we are going to take off on that other trail. And so we're doing 2 trails, 2 Carolina Thread Trails in one. Okay, on our way back to the parking lot, we came this way and we're headed that way. And I remember, if you guys remember me asking Sandra or telling Sandra about the treasure tree. The treasure tree, well, you can scan this little code here and it'll tell you about the tree. But the only thing is, They're asking for a 3-digit. Is that what it said? A 3-digit number. And they tell you about this ginormous tree. Here, I'm gonna back up and you stand next to it. It's big. Eventually it's gonna come down. I was making a mention of it as we were walking up to it, saying that it really needs to be topped or it needs to be cut down because it's gonna come crashing through here. And that's actually the treasure tree. Hey, here's another one here. I think this was the one I saw. This was the one I saw here. It says treasure tree, but there's no 3-digit number. And plus, who's gonna be able to go up close to that unless you zoom in on it? Yeah. There's a way of zooming in on that thing and getting it. Right there, see it? Yeah, it's something able to make a home in there. And so, but
it's part of the Davidson Conservatory.
The Davidson Conservatory. So, you know, this is something new that we've seen on these 3 thread trails. I've never seen anything like this right here. Anything that's called a treasure tree.
That's it. Davidson Lands Conservancy.
Okay, Davidson Lands Conservancy. So anyway, if you guys want to learn more about that, just go to davidsonlands.org. davidsonlands.org. But anyway, this tree right here is evidently one of those treasure trees. All right, we're going to take a little sit down moment break here. And we came from that direction. The parking lot is just over that bend there. I mean, it's right there. I can see some of the cars shining through the woods there. And so that's how close we are. And we're headed this way. And it says here, I'm gonna give you some little fun facts about this trail here. The West Branch Rocky River Greenway is a 1.1 mile out and back segment of the Carolina Thread Trail. Walkers, runners, and bikers will enjoy using this trail, which is owned and maintained by Mecklenburg County, which I said before. The Greenway also serves as a connector to the West Branch Nature Preserve, a natural surface trail that runs along the 90 acres of wetland preserved by Mecklenburg County in 2008. Nearby greenways in Davidson can also be reached via connecting sidewalk sections, which we saw that down on the other end. And it looked like it's a pretty big area too. The West Branch Rocky River Greenway winds through Piedmont alluvial forest, and visitors will enjoy the shade provided by the canopy of sweet gum, black walnut, and tulip poplar trees. The close proximity to the river provides an opportunity for Greenway travelers to view many species of frogs and other amphibians. The small birdhouses placed along the trail provide shelter for many species of local songbirds, which are frequently visible along the trail. And so that is that. And so at any rate, we're going to head down this way here and see what we can see. The West Branch Nature Preserve Trail is supposed to be just beyond that area, just a little ways. Okay, well, it looks like we're not going to be able to do the bottom half of this. It says that this right here is where we're at, guys, on the map, if you'll notice. And it says that the West Branch Rocky River Greenway is to be continued. And so I'm not sure. On the map, it showed it as a walking trail. You could actually do it. And I think you actually can, but the only thing is it's not paved and it is really muddy, it looks like. And so we're going to pass on it because of all the mud. And I really don't want to get muddy. And so we've had some wet days here in the past, and it's just not warm enough to dry it up. And so we may have to come back and do this one later. But if we did want to walk it, this is where we're at. and we would continue on. It's like it tees off, and then there's two separate things, but this is what we'll end up doing, and then we'll come back, and looks like there's some platforms, but it's the nature preserve, the West Branch Nature Preserve. Gosh, I would really like to do that. We're definitely going to come back. We'll be back to this one. West Branch Nature Preserve. And so Mecklenburg County Park and Recreational Department is who's over it. And so I definitely want to come back and do this, but Sandra is standing near the Carolina Thread Trail markers. This is what you'll see a lot of times on the markers. Not all of them have them. Some of them will just put I'm gonna try to miss this mud here. Yeah. These markers here, that right there is what you'll see. And so that's it there. Not all of them have them. Sometimes they'll just have like a post, and there'll be like a little plate with the emblem on it. You'll see that. But
I'm doing a cross stitch of that.
Yeah, Sandra's actually doing a cross stitch of it. And I guess we'll stick it in the motorhome.
No, I was putting it inside.
Are you gonna put it inside?
I do the thread trails in the motorhome.
Okay. Well, I mean, we have before. We have done some, and so not many. I remember that one. We actually took the motorhome to the thread trail, and that parking lot was slap full.
I remember that. That was the last time.
Yeah, that was the last time we did it too. The last time I said no, never again. And so, but at any rate, guys, this is it. How many miles did we end up with?
2.3.
2.3.
We'll have like 2.5 miles.
Okay, about 2.5 miles once we get back to the parking lot. And so, but anywho, that's it. I don't know what this is. Is that like a little camera? I think that's what that is. Either it's a camera or they count how many people come through here.
It goes back, the trail goes back that way.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's where it is. It's just too muddy. It's just way too muddy. And so, and we've been on some muddy trails before.
Yes, we have.
And it's no fun.
I want to clean my shoes today.
No, I know. I don't want to clean the shoes. But at any rate, we're going to head on back to the car. I wasn't expecting to have to cut it off so early. And so, but you guys be looking forward to the next one. Not sure where we'll head off next. It looks like, in fact, we did do this before. I just don't know when. I have no clue when we did it. Yeah, I remember the rock. I remember this area here now, and the other one when we ended at. I remember that. And so, but for some reason, I didn't edit it and I didn't post it on any on Facebook or YouTube, the platforms. And so I don't know if it was because it was the recording was bad, or that was when we decided to stop recording them and posting them. That might have been. I'm not sure. I hated to really go through all this and not have posted it, but you know, hey, it's still a great hike. And but okay, well, you guys take care. We love you. Y'all be safe. Bye-bye.